UOP was founded on the very first conversion process for upgrading oil, quadrupling the amount of gasoline you could get from crude oil. This was at a time when there were fewer than 2 billion people in the world, and travel was dominated by horses and steam engines. Most of a barrel of oil was used for heating and paving roads.
Kerosene and natural gas were used for lighting, and even gasoline was used as a cleaning solvent. But mass production of automobiles had only just begun, and the demand for gasoline as a fuel grew with every new car.
It absolutely changed society. For the first time in history, people could travel great distances whenever and wherever they wanted to go to. It put millions of people to work, building not just the oil industry, but also the automobile industry, road building, and freight transportation.
UOP continued to develop better refining methods, and these came into demand everywhere there was oil. By the 1930s, our technology was operating on 4 continents. We pioneered catalytic polymerization in 1933. This produced even more gasoline, but more importantly, it yielded gasoline that was far more powerful. Engines could do more work, carry heavier loads, and run more efficiently.
High-octane fuels were critical to World War II. In aircraft, they helped win air battles decisively and very likely shorten the war. When the world returned to peacetime, UOP went to work supplying technology to rebuild half the world's refining capacity and making it better than it was.
And now these powerful fuels are needed for commercial aircraft, larger, more powerful trucks, new diesel locomotives, and tens of millions of new cars. All of them were bigger, faster, and more powerful. And all of that was made possible by fuels that were formulated for higher performance. As a result, the world became a petroleum economy.
In 1947, UOP developed platforming with a reforming catalyst that used platinum, a metal that was more precious than gold. It was a revolution that produced even more powerful fuels, but it also started a new age, the age of petrochemicals. Refineries could now make aromatics in addition to fuels.
Petrochemicals were the building blocks for making resins, films, and fiber. These materials could be made into products such as construction materials, electronics, furniture, carpeting, clothing, and packaging. New industries were created, and with those industries, new jobs and stronger economies.
Technologies like Parex and Oleflex became the new standard in petrochemicals. And now we have MTO, which converts coal and natural gas into petrochemicals and the base chemicals for plastics. These products are part of our daily lives. We wear them, we work with them, we walk on them. We depend on them for transportation, entertainment, and even our healthcare. Just about everything we touch today is made using these technologies.
Our whole history has been about improving technology, and a lot of that has benefited the environment. We developed desulfurization, which made fuels burn more cleanly. And we invented CCR platforming, which eliminated lead from gasoline. This allowed us to create the catalytic converter.
We also developed technologies to make biodegradable detergents, which help minimize foam in rivers and lakes. We recognize these issues and we help solve them. As we explore the next generation of fuels, we're turning non-edible fats and oils into Honeywell green diesel and green jet. And the RTP process turns biomass into fuel.
Our technologies have always been about improving the yield of fuels and other products from crude oil. From the Dubs process to FCC and platforming to the technologies of today, we've helped refiners get the most value out of a barrel of oil.
By the 1970s, the growing global demand for oil resulted in steep price increases. While the industry made advances in exploration and recovery, UOP continued to develop ways to get more yield from a wider range of crudes. Our technology went into dozens of new markets, including China and Eastern Europe, where it was essential to convert every drop of oil into more valuable fuels and petrochemicals. UOP grew a lot during this period.
We merged with the Catalyst Adsorbents and Process Systems division of Union Carbide in 1988, making UOP the leader in zeolites. Then, we acquired the process technology licensing business of Unical, giving us a world-class expertise in hydroprocessing.
This gave us the ability to provide end-to-end solutions in refining and petrochemicals. We became part of Honeywell in 2005. That led to increased investments in our research and development capabilities, manufacturing, and technical services.
And we're still driving for greater yields. With Uniflex now, even the bottom of the barrel can be converted into a high-grade fuel. And our overall refinery volume yields are above 100% of the crude feed barrel.
For decades, natural gas was used mainly for heating. We pioneered the technologies to clean up natural gas so it could be sent through pipelines or processed into LNG. This made it possible to transport gas from places where there were abundant supplies to new markets where gas was in high demand.
Today, new modular technologies make it possible to get into production quickly from remote gas basins and shale deposits and even offshore. Regions that had no other resources can now meet their own energy needs, generate electricity, and even export natural gas. New sources of natural gas are changing energy markets, cutting energy costs, and building new industries and economies all over the world. Today, gas is used as a fuel source, power source, and petrochemical feedstock. With technologies like Oleflex, UOP is converting natural gas liquids into compounds to make plastics.
UOP is part of the fabric of the world's oil and gas industry. Everything we accomplished, all this innovation and technology, all of it has been achieved in partnership with our customers. Refiners, petrochemical, and natural gas companies all made UOP what it is today by helping us develop and commercialize our technologies.
Together, we have enabled our modern way of life, delivering a standard of living that couldn't have been imagined 100 years ago. There are almost 8 billion people in the world, and we live 50% longer than we did a century ago. But the exciting part is what's next.